Hello everyone, this is Grade 3, Module 5, Lesson 18 homework. The directions say, place the two fractions on the number line. Circle the fraction with the distance closest to 0, then compare using the comparing symbols. So I see that with my two fractions, both same units of thirds. So I have 0 and 1, so I'm going to break this into thirds. And I have 1/3, 2/3, and then 1 is equivalent to 3/3, and I know that 0 is the same as 0/3, or 0/3. So here is my 1/3, here's my 2/3. This one is closer to 0, meaning it's less than the other number of 2/3. So I'm going to make my symbol go towards the 2/3, meaning 1/3 is less than 2/3. Let's take a look at, you can do 2, and my unit is sixth, so I got to break between 0 and 1 into sixth. So I'm going to do 5 lines for this one to break it into 6 pieces. And I know that this is 0/6. I have 1/6 is right here. That's one of my numbers. 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, and then I have a 5/6, and then the last one is going to be 6/6, which is equal to 1. I know that 1/6 is closer to 0 because it's further to the left on the number line, meaning 4/6 is greater than 1/6. We'll take a look at 3, and 3, we have two different units. We have fourths and eighths. So we're gonna show equivalence here, meaning I'm gonna show you what the eighths are compared to the fourths when we get them on the number line. So between 0 and 1, we got to break this into first fourths, and then we'll break each of those in half to make eighths. I'm trying to make a little bit smaller ones for the eighths. I know that 0 is right here. This is 1/8. This is 2/8, or 1/4. This is 3/8. This is 4/8, or we'll say 2/4, or 1/2. This is 5/8. This is 6/8, or 3/4. And then we have 7/8, and then 8/8, or 4/4. So there's some equivalence going on here. So I want to circle 1/8, which is right here. It's closer to 0 because 1/4 is right next to it. So I know 1/4 is greater than 1/8. And I know that because I'm showing equivalence of 2/8 is equal to 1/4, and I know 2/8 is larger than 1/8. Let's take a look at page 2. So on page 2, we're going to do a couple drawings here and figure out who has a longer piece of string for this. So Liz and Jay each have a piece of string. Liz's string is 4/6 yards long. Jay's string is 5/7 yards long. So already we know that we're talking about yards. Whose string is longer? Draw a number line to model the length of both strings. Explain the comparison using pictures, numbers, and words. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to put down my two people, Liz and Jay, and I'm going to draw a number line. And both number lines, I'm going to try to make the same length because they're all talking about yards long, 5/7 yards long, and 4/6 yards long. So we're both going to start at 0. Liz is going to be 0/6 because her units are in sixths. Jay's is going to be 0/7 because his are sevenths. When we get to 1, for Jay, it's really 7/7. And Liz is 6/6. And actually what I'll do is I'll put those up above. So now I have to break these number lines apart. So I'm going to show J's as 5/7. And I have 1/7. And let me highlight these. 1/7, 2/7, 3/7, 4/7, 5/7. So this is J's. Oops. A little too fancy right there. So this is 5/7. And now for Liz, we want to do it in 1/6. So, and she has, this is 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 6. Now, just from the drawing, I can see who's got a longer string, but that could also be because of my drawing skills. I have to use reasoning here to help me out with this one. I know that the bigger the denominator, or the higher number for units, like 7, means the pieces are going to be a little bit smaller. If I have a smaller number, like 6, then the pieces are going to be bigger. So Liz has 4 bigger pieces, and Jay has 5 smaller pieces. That's not going to help me. What we want to look at is the very ending piece. They both have 2 pieces to get to 1 whole. Liz's pieces are bigger because her unit number is smaller, so she's got bigger units. And Jay has 2 smaller units because his are only 7ths, which means they're a little bit smaller than a 1/6. So we know that Jay has a bigger piece of string because he only has 2 smaller units to go to get to 1 whole, whereas Liz has 2 bigger units to get to 1 whole. And what I'll do is I'll type out a quick explanation for that for you to take a look at. So there's my explanation there in purple. 6ths are larger than 7ths. Liz needs 2 larger pieces to make a whole. Jay needs 2 smaller pieces to make a whole. Therefore, Jay is going to have a longer piece because he has 2 smaller units to get to 1 whole. Hope this helps. Good luck on your homework, and thanks for watching.